Welcome to Vibes and Frequencies. My name is Nathan and I make videos to help people to be the most powerful expression of themselves. And in today's video, we're talking Crystal Tuesdays, everyone. Tuesdays are crystal days on the Vibes and Frequencies channel. And in this video specifically, what I want to talk about is the most major breakthrough that I've ever had in terms of what is relevant to me, and that's my truth at this moment. And this is a breakthrough that I have received from working with most specifically Moldavite, as well as other crystals in general. And I want to talk about in this video what that means to me and how this has actually taken place. How these crystals, how Moldavite has really truly inspired the most beautiful magic in my life. There's this primal energy, this primal instinctual energy that when we connect to the earth and we really pay mind to let go of our mind and listen to the consciousness that we really truly are, Moldavite and other crystals as well have been the biggest stepping stone for me in my journey, my spiritual path. The absolute biggest. Above all else, I learned from crystals. And this is what I'm talking about in this video. This consciousness, this frequency, this sound, this primal instinctual presence. It is in all things. Though, because the earth is our being, we like to think that because our mind is evolved and that we can consciously argument with ourselves all day, that we are separate from the earth. It's not true. We are on the same line of consciousness. We are one. Let me tell you something. All the animals, all the bushes, the trees, the rocks, they're laughing at us. They are laughing. Out of love, though. In natural things, this consciousness exists powerfully. In crystals, even today, with our science and whatnot, we're able to see through the kind of technology and things that we are using today, and also things that have been used for a long time now. They use crystals. So we know, technologically speaking, that crystals hold memory. Now, there are other qualities to crystals that are truth. Truth meaning there is power to these beings. The crystals are alive too. They're actually not separate from us. They're part of the earth in the same way that we are. And there's this primal instinctual power that is just reverberating like this echo all around us, but we're not hearing it. We're not hearing it because we're living in false reality in our mind, many of us. And there's nothing wrong with us for this. It does not mean that we are challenged in any way. It's actually part of the liberation, and the most free part of being a human is to discover the basic goodness of us again by connecting to this primal instinctual rhythm. Now, because crystals have these other qualities to them, which, as science goes on, science will be able to look at these things and show that this is the case, though perhaps it would be meaningful for us as humans as a whole to stop needing to prove all of these kinds of things and dissect them, but to again be one with this consciousness. So despite the fact that we don't have physical evidence, we don't have ego evidence to prove to ourselves that crystals have real power, despite this, there is another aspect to this consciousness, this primal instinctual rhythm, and it exists very powerfully in crystals. It exists very powerfully. Crystals actually put off a frequency. Now, we are all different on different parts of our path. things unfolding separately for each of us in our own individual experience, though really it's more of a collective show. And on this path that we're on as it unfolds, crystals are the ally for me on mine that launched me into oblivion. This is the most powerful part of my entire spiritual journey. And I've done this by shouting into the world, by shouting and receiving echoes back to me. This is the power of crystals, as they have been for me, and what is true in my truth, and also in the truth outside of myself. Crystals have a firm connection to this consciousness that is going on. They are one with this. It is us humans thinking, dancing around in our fantasy worlds, thinking that we need to build things, thinking that we need to grow and expand and do all of these things. It is us that are out of tune. Now, when we listen to this primal, instinctual rhythm that is taking place, we find ourselves all of a sudden laughing and realizing the ultimate insanity of what it is meant to be a human up to this point. This primal instinctual rhythm comes from crystals. And as a human, in this fantasy ego world, whatever that we're creating, when we are always outside of ourselves looking for the answers, we're looking for more, we're looking for this change, perhaps we find ourselves, just because it's our life path unfolding, reaching out and grabbing a crystal. Now this is something special. This is something very special indeed. Because now we are grabbing something and tuning ourselves to something that we might believe is doing all kinds of things that are relevant to what our ego wants. But really, we are tuning in and listening to this primal rhythm of life, this primal instinctual drumming. So when we grab something with our ego that just so happens to have such a profound spiritual momentum to it, we can see how this is powerful. Now, I liken my experience with crystals up to this point to be, as I said, me shouting into the world and receiving echoes back. Specifically when it comes to Moldavite, I found the yelling to be quite frequent, very loud, and I found the echoes to be quite disastrous, as in the way that they expand tends to break me down into oblivion further and further. Now, when I say oblivion, what I really mean by this is that everything that we are looking for in life, everything that is truth, the truth of what we are really looking for, the truth outside of ourselves, that is not something we're looking for based on our ego, but the real truth of what we are all seeking, whether we are aware of this or not, is revealed to us when we listen to this primal instinctual rhythm that is taking place. If we just listen, this is where everything that you ever really truly have been looking for streamlines in. Because we are finally part of the rhythm that is taking place. The naturalness of life, the truth outside of ourselves, outside of our insanity, is always playing. This song is constant. It never leaves. It never goes anywhere. But when we're listening and we're singing different songs in our mind, we are out of alignment with this primal rhythm that is taking place. And so this is why the other animals and plants are laughing at us. This is why they're all giggling and having a whole big old laugh party. Because they are in tune with truth, and truth is magic, beauty. Again, everything that we've ever really looked for, whether we realize that this is what we're seeking or not, this is where it comes from. It's already there. It's part of the song that is playing. It is life. So when we're holding crystals, here I have a pink kunzite piece, and we're focusing all of our ego onto this, and this is not a bad thing, by the way. We are realigning ourselves. When we are in alignment, there is no reason for anything. When we are in alignment, this is what crystals have brought me to. Crystals have helped to bring me to my alignment. And when we're in alignment, thoughts don't exist in the same kind of way that they normally do. Suddenly, I'm no longer driving. I am no longer driving life. I have surrendered my vehicle completely. My human vehicle, my ego suit, is fully surrendered. All I am is this primal instinctual rhythm. And I'm always listening. I'm always feeling it. When you become one with this primal instinctual rhythm, which crystals, from my own life path unfolding, I present to you as being the most powerful spiritual companion tools for this reason of helping us to echo and shout with our ego constantly, and even though we don't know it, we're leading ourselves outside of the shouting to the truth. When we're in alignment, you find that things just happen. You are just where you are. You really, truly are just moving. As if there is a path, that there is a spiritual kind of momentum, this primal rhythm, this song. You are part of it. We are part of the song. We aren't just here to listen to the song. We aren't here to change the song. We are here because we are the song. We are part of it. All of us, everything. It's a song. And when we listen to this, crystals have pushed me into oblivion, because I used to believe that everything I ever wanted in life, I could only get if I became someone. I had to think thoughts, feel feelings, go out of my way to craft, to build. If I build it, they will come, so on and so forth. This is the way that it was. But the way that it really is that all of the things that you want, perhaps you may have better luck getting to, not by becoming somebody, but by becoming no one. Because when we are someone, then we're so caught up in being someone, we miss this beautiful song. It is beautiful. I'm telling you. When you hear this song, you may find you no longer have interest to watch movies, television, play on your phone. Entertainment as a whole becomes irrelevant. Because the most beautiful show, the most beautiful music, is really, truly right here and right now. And I never fully, ever really resonated or understood when people talked about this. But once you hear it, you will know. Everything will know. The entire song will know that you are now finally a part of it and allowing yourself to be. And suddenly the song becomes louder, more joyous, more bliss. Oh my goodness. This is what crystals have helped me to do. Now, how have I actually managed this with crystals? Well, along my journey with Moldavite, and with my other crystals as well, but specifically Moldavite because it is the one I've given most of myself to. Therefore, it has been the primal rhythm connector for me. The way that these have come in and helped to manifest change for me, I used to believe, and in past videos I've said, that there are specific things that we are meant to do with these crystals. There are specific ways to activate these powers. On a certain level, this is true. But here is a truth that is not being presented by me, but that just simply is. It is already done. When you bring in a crystal to your life, you need do nothing. The song plays regardless. You do not need to learn to play an instrument to have the music start playing. The music is always playing. It is always playing. Similarly, when the sun rises in the morning, it does not discriminate. The sun shines on everything that is in front of it. The sun shines on all. It does not discriminate or choose. And be that, you need do nothing to have the sun rise. It is the same way. You need do nothing on your spiritual evolution path. You need do nothing to find happiness. You need do nothing to experience success. The song is already happening. The song is already playing. We just can choose at a certain point in our journey to listen, to really truly listen. To the best song you will ever hear in your entire life. It's so good. You may find that you're coming back for eternity over and over and over again because the song is just that good. You just can't get enough of it. Crystals are incredibly powerful tools for spiritual for spiritual evolution. And at different levels in my journey on different stones, I believed perhaps this wasn't the case. Perhaps at certain stones that I was on, I believed it was a little bit more the case than it actually was. But ultimately, it is because it is. And so, it could be for you as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Nathan. I do make 3 videos every single week. If you like this kind of content, I got a lot coming. 3 a week, come on. It's a lot of things coming through. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. If you want to subscribe, you'll be able to keep up with the content. Either way, you are in the perfect placement regardless. And I will see you soon if I do. Much love to you.